After sowing some wild oats with a few other characters on the roster, please join me in welcoming Mileena back to the channel. And also welcome Mavado. Mileena is the quintessential high-risk, high-reward archetype, with the toolkit consisting of a lot of high-risk, low to medium reward. Some cameos, like Striker and Goro, help negate that risk, and then there's Mavado, who does little for that risk. In fact, he increases it by removing 50 health, but he enhances everything to do with the reward. For instance, committing to a loci after a standing 1 or standing 3 can catch an opponent autopiloting their defense against the overhead in either string. If the Psy hits, she gets 60 damage and 6 hit advantage. If EX'd, 30 more damage and a knockdown, but if it's blocked, she's dead. This is a very lopsided risk-reward, and risking her life is not worth the reward, but you know, we do it anyway. Mavado does nothing for this risk, so she's still dead on block, but the reward turns that 90 damage into damage well over 300, balancing the risk-reward to more comparable levels. She's less likely to get punished for an EX loci from full screen, which gives her some more threatening screen presence when outside of her optimal range, and will happily take that lessened risk along with the greater reward, especially since she's spending a bar. Moving on to some more combos in general. Every combo is leveled up with Mavado. Strings that normally don't combo, like forward 144 and forward 233, now effortlessly break into the mid 300s for damage. If she has meter to spend, she's normally relegated to 1-2, 2-1, or forward 3, the only buttons that naturally combo into an EX up teleport. But with Mavado, anything into an EX ball roll gives comparable damage to an up teleport conversion. For an EX up teleport combo, substitute the jump 1-2-2 for a jump 2-2 instead and cancel that into a down teleport. Standing 4 into ball roll, then finish the combo as usual for about 30 more damage than typical. For meterless conversions, you have a few options. Do your normal combo path from a meterless ball roll, then up Kameo after the down teleport, then end in a forward 4. This takes a raw ball roll from around 264 damage to 337. Alternatively, cancel into a meterless up teleport followed by an up Kameo, then standing 4 into 2-1, then continue the combo as usual for slightly more meterless damage. One more meterless damage, and since it starts with up teleport, it's restricted to the 1-2, 2-1, and forward 3 strings that I mentioned previously, so is overall less versatile than the other. EX air roll launches on hit if it's fully charged, but otherwise not, so an instant version gives you a reward of 60 damage on hit with the risk of a full combo punish on block. It can be 2-in-1 cancelled to combo, but uses the air roll, so it's not possible to use it again after the ball roll, leading to a lower damaging conversion, about 240 damage. Instead, up Kameo after the hit to convert for a bit over 300 damage, and tack on a little more by using the 2-in-1 cancel window for a down teleport. Spending 2 bars for the EX Psy, then down teleport combined with the up Kameo extends for a 400 damage full screen punish. Or cancel into it from forward 3-4 for damage closer to 475. $500 in the corner. And Mavado is the gift that just keeps on giving, elevating Mileena's already strong strike throw game for a few reasons. His forward throw is standard damage but has good spacing, about forward 2 range. And the back throw, with the assistance of trap, is now a full combo. Time the Kameo just as Mileena's feet leave the ground for 120 damage up front. The stun allows for a standing 4 into 1-2 into ball roll into the typical conversion. End with an EX ball roll for a teeny bit more damage, but more importantly, Mavado is back to half meter by the time the opponent recovers. The trap also upgrades down teleport into an armored launcher by timing it with the 5th hit. If you're worried about the dashing here, time with the 4th hit instead, which leaves Mileena close to immediately standing 4 into the rest of the combo, but at the loss of 10 damage. And let me ask you something. How many times do you land the throw extension from the 1-2 string in a match? It can be up blocked, it won't beat fast follow-ups if the 1-2 string is flawless blocked, but it's worth throwing out every so often, especially against opponents overeager to take their turn after 1-2. Time the trap with the hit of the overhead, and this 90 damage hit turns into almost 380. Again, tack on an EX ball roll at the end if you want a bit more damage and some Mavado recharge time. And does it stop there? No. The throw extension from the 2-1 string can also combo. Time the trap just before the second hit of the 2-1 connects, and the final kick should combo into the trap. If you're too early, you'll still get the combo but miss out on about 65 damage. Does it stop there? No. I already discussed up Kameo after an EX ball roll, but the trap works as well if needed. Time the trap as Mileena starts to swing her arm forward for the third hit. We see a lot of new combo pathing opened up with Mavado, and scaling can differ depending on what you're trying to achieve, so be sure to experiment. Okay, does it stop there? No. Energizer Bunny over here still has some juice. Beyond combos, the trap also has mix-up utility. If you watch the Sector Missile mix-up breakdown I released previously, the same concept applies here other than the timing, and you can set it up a couple different ways. Probably more, but these are the two that I've been using. After a forward 4, time the trap as their knees touch the ground, then 1-2 cancelled into back forward 1 for the overhead option, or standing 1 into low side for the low. And of course, throw is an additional mix-up layer. Be sure to use the back throw, as the shove from the forward throw will push them out of the trap. And if they tech the throw, they get comboed anyway, though the damage is scaled not just by the trap, and not just by the throw, but the additional scaling from a teched throw. You could time the trap a bit sooner, with the first hit of forward 4 to mix up with back 4 and throw instead. Unfortunately, forward 4 will only combo into the trap if they're not holding block. And for the low version, since the sweep initiates gravity, skip directly from standing 4 into the ball roll. The down cameo is a pretty straightforward application, disabling the opponent's wake-up window on knockdown if blocked, which also gives plus frames, and 50 damage if they're not blocking. One thing I've been tinkering with is using this in conjunction with forward 4's hit advantage for a safe jump. Holding up forward after forward 4 to immediately jump once recovered, while timing a down cameo the moment Mileena leaves the ground will gel a side-switching jump punch. And if you're a tad late and miss the gel, it'll still break slower armor if they did a reversal after the down cameo. And finally, I'd like to talk about Nomad's touch a little bit. It does 20 damage to Mileena on hit in exchange for closing the gap and gives her the advantage when both players are knocked down. It's a high, so it can be crouched, but plus if blocked. At 19 startup frames, it won't be gelling from any projectiles on hit like some other characters, but it will gel from some block strings. 1-2, standing 3, and forward 3 all gel into Nomad's touch, and those plus frames gel at the very least a standing 1, with a max range forward 3 being an exception at only plus 6 or 7. And if it kills him, there's the sweet, sweet brutality. We'll be in the midst of a new patch here in about a month when Chaos Reigns releases. We'll see if Mileena gets swept up in any of those changes, and if so, you can plan on a breakdown here. In the meantime, thanks for watching.